Most people spend their entire lives chasing money, never realizing it doesn't actually exist. What if I told you the cash in your wallet, the numbers in your bank account, the very system you trust, are built on a lie? Because money, as you know it, isn't real wealth. It's an illusion, created from nothing. You wake up every day, go to work, earn your salary, and pay your bills. You think money is real, something tangible. But what you call wealth, what you struggle to earn, what you save and spend, it is mostly an illusion. Money, as you know it, is created from nothing, and most people will never understand it. Today, we uncover the hidden truth behind money and the power it really holds. Money feels real. You can touch it, hold it, see it in your bank account. You think it's earned, deserved, and limited. That every coin in your pocket has a story, a value, a foundation. But that perception is carefully constructed. For most people, money is a measure of worth, success, and security. The harder you work, the more money you get, right? Wrong. Money, in reality, is a promise, a number, a ledger entry, a belief that everyone agrees has value. It only works because we believe it works. Imagine this. The dollars in your bank account weren't mined from gold, weren't crafted by your sweat. If you want to understand money instead of being controlled by the illusion of it, subscribe. This channel is where the system finally becomes clear. To understand the illusion, we must go back. Hundreds of years ago, people traded goods directly, grain for fish, wool for tools. Money was just a tool to make trade easier. Gold and silver became early money because they were rare and durable. They had intrinsic value. But as trade expanded, gold wasn't enough. Nations needed something flexible, something that could grow faster than the population. Enter paper money. At first, it was a promise. This note can be exchanged for gold. That's why it was called the gold standard. But then something changed. Governments and banks realized they didn't have to tie money to gold anymore. They could create it at will. And so began the era of fiat money, money backed by nothing but belief and by the authority of the state. Here's where it gets shocking. Most of the money you see every day, the money in circulation, didn't come from gold, silver, or labor. It was created from nothing. Banks create money when they issue loans. Think about it. When you take out a mortgage or a car loan, the bank doesn't hand you existing money. They add the amount to your account digitally. It's not transferred from someone else's account. It is brand new money. This system is called fractional reserve banking. Banks keep only a fraction of deposits and lend out the rest, effectively multiplying money into existence. Example, you deposit $1,000 in a bank. The bank keeps $100 and lends $900. That $900 gets spent, deposited elsewhere, and partially lent again. This cycle repeats. From your single $1,000 deposit, tens of thousands of dollars can appear in the economy. Think about that. Money created from nothing, yet treated as real. If banks create money, who controls the total amount? Enter central banks. Central banks, like the Federal Reserve in the U.S., have the power to inject or remove money from the economy. They do this through interest rates, bond purchases, and quantitative easing. Quantitative easing sounds complicated, but here's the truth. The central bank prints digital money and uses it to buy financial assets like government bonds. The effect? More money flows into the financial system. The economy seems richer, but it's mostly illusionary wealth. Because here's the catch. This new money doesn't come from real production. It's created from thin air, often benefiting the banks, investors, and corporations first. The average person usually only sees the rising cost of living as prices go up. When money is created from nothing, it doesn't come for free. The new money dilutes the value of existing money. This is inflation. You notice it every time prices rise. Your groceries cost more, your rent increases, your savings lose purchasing power. Most people don't realize Inflation is money losing value because more money was created. And the funny part is people think inflation is a natural law. It's not. It's a choice, a tool. And it's one of the ways the system transfers wealth from the many to the few. Debt is another part of the illusion. Most people think debt is a burden imposed by circumstance. But here's the truth. Debt creates money. When a loan is issued, new money comes into existence. When it's repaid, that money disappears. This is why the economy cannot function without debt. No debt, no money, no spending, no growth. The system depends on people owing money, and the system benefits those who control the flow of debt. It's not evil, it's engineered. But it's easy to be trapped in it if you don't understand how it works. The illusion isn't just a technical trick, it's a tool of control. Those who understand money creation, governments, central banks, elite investors, can leverage it to grow their wealth while others work harder for the same nominal amount. Look around. Billionaires can borrow billions at near zero interest, while ordinary people struggle to get a credit card approved. Why? Because the system rewards those who play by its rules and punishes those who don't understand the game. Money isn't just currency, it's power. And if you don't understand how it's created, you're operating blind. Money is evolving. Cash is disappearing. Most money today exists digitally, as numbers in accounts, cryptocurrencies, or bank reserves. Digital money is even easier to create and manipulate. Governments can issue stimulus digitally. Banks can lend without physical cash, and the average person rarely notices until it affects cost of living, savings, and opportunity. Crypto, AI-driven finance, and digital assets are the next frontier. They promise decentralization and empowerment, but the principles are the same. Most of what we call money is faith in a system. You don't have to be a banker or economist to benefit from understanding money. Know that money is created, controlled, and manipulated, and that gives you perspective. Don't blindly save in cash. Inflation erodes it. Use debt strategically. Don't fear it blindly. Invest in assets that grow in real value, not just numbers on a screen. Understanding the illusion of money is not about cynicism, it's about freedom. Freedom from fear, confusion, and manipulation. Once you see how the system works, you stop being a spectator and start being a player. Money is powerful, but it is also fragile. Its value comes from belief, agreement, and trust, not inherent substance. We spend our lives chasing money, yet most never stop to ask, what is it really? How is it made? Who decides its rules? The truth is shocking, but it's empowering. Money is created from nothing, yet shapes everything in our world, our lives, dreams, and struggles. And now that you understand its true nature, you can think beyond the numbers. Think beyond the numbers. This is Fund Money Mental.